Hey guys, welcome to the Tribal Queens podcast. It's your girl, X Normal XOXO. I decided to leave out all the other XOs. So here we are, we're at episode 3. And I think I told you guys last week that Crystal is out for birthday shenanigans this month. She will be back on the 25th. But today, I have a guest here with me, Miss Nessa.
Hello, Norma. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome, girl. Thank you for being here. You are going to be our backup. When Crystal can't make it, you are going to be here to help us through wrestling. Because y'all know, Nessa loves wrestling just like we do. But today...
Yes, I do.
Today, we are going to recap Raw, Smackdown, and Backlash. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. Raw was way better than Smackdown, in my opinion. What do you think, Nessa? You think Raw was better than Smackdown this week?
Yes, but there are some things in SmackDown I'm enjoying.
Oh, well,
That's all I was saying.
We're going to get into that as soon as we get to the Smackdown storylines and feuds and all kinds of stuff. But so Raw kicked off great. It kicked off with the world champion Jey Uso. And Crystal's not here to go crazy for her man, but Crystal will go crazy for your man. Yeet, 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 yeet. That's Crystal's bae right there. But no, Jey comes down, everybody's excited. He starts to call out Logan Paul. But lo and behold, guess who comes out? Mr. Paul Heyman. I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, Paul's coming out. What's going on? I knew it was going to be good. Because, Nessa, right after Seth won it at WrestleMania, I thought for sure he was going right for Jey. I was like, there's no way Seth doesn't go right for Jey. But he didn't do it that first Monday after WrestleMania. He waited until this week. So that was crazy.
But it won't be the last time he goes after him.
It won't be. But Paul comes out and starts going ballistic about Roman and how Roman turned his back on him and Roman lost at WrestleMania to Cody and then he disappeared and left Paul hanging to get attacked by Solo and, his people, Jacob and Tonga and Tama. And you know what? He didn't lie. I'm just saying. Paul didn't lie. He did. He spoke the truth. Roman did leave him high and dry. Roman came back for his what? His Ulafala. He did not come back for Paul.
Poor Roman. Poor Paul.
Poor Paul.
Poor Roman, for both of them, Roman got betrayed again.
You know what? Roman was betrayed. Paul was betrayed. Everybody was betrayed. Punk was betrayed. But, Punk, he also went off on Punk, too. So, nobody's innocent in this situation, really. I don't think, anyway.
I agree.
Basically, Paul goaded Jey into a match with Seth on Raw. He tricked him because he knew he could get Jey to say, I'll have that match tonight. So good on Seth for that whole little gameplay that he had. Good on you, Seth Rollins. Good on you. But
it was a good.
Go ahead.
He goaded him very good.
He did. Paul is he's the king of manipulation. That's for sure. But then we had the random match. I call it the random match. Theory versus a surprise opponent that Waller Grayson decided to get him a match with. And it ended up being Sheamus, who hasn't been on TV in a while. So it was good to see Sheamus. But I knew the second he came out, I'm like, oh boy. Theory is done. Theory is done for. But this is all Grayson. Because if you watch Grayson at ringside, he was just looking off. He wasn't really watching. He was kind of in his own little zone. Because Theory is going to turn face soon.
Long overdue. Long overdue.
How long has this been going on? It's been going on for like 6 months, it feels like.
Yeah, we've been on this stretch for 6 long months, and every time I think the trigger's getting pulled, something happens. But maybe this time around, we're heading there.
I hope so because I want them to feud.
Yes, I
Because
need
I was
Theory as a
afraid,
baby
like
face.
when they were going through the cuts, the releases, I was so scared for both of them. I was like, oh God. I was like, please don't release Theory and Grayson because I love Theory, but Crystal's sister Kate, she's a Theory freak. She loves Theory. I'm a Grayson girl. I like Grayson. And they better not ever turn him face.
I like both, and Wall is the better heel. And I have seen it since Theory faced John Cena that Theory is going to be a great baby face.
He is, because I saw him as a baby face in NXT, and he was so funny. Like, Theory is one of the funniest guys. They just haven't been able to show that, on the main roster. They need to get it together. Get it together, WWE.
But it was a good match. I enjoyed it.
It was a good match. Theory's one of the most underrated wrestlers. Seriously. I don't know why. Like, they started him off top of the world, and all of a sudden he's like a mid-carder. It's crazy. But after all that, we had Becky come out to the ring. Heel Becky's the best. I love heel Becky.
She really is.
She don't hold back.
Becky, period.
She don't hold back.
She was tapping into what the fans were calling her.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Becky Hogan.
And she showed them Becky Hogan. Yes, she did.
She sure did. But I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm not saying Lyra's not a good wrestler. She's a good wrestler, but I'm not a Lyra fan.
Neither am I, Norma. See, you're my sis. I'm not either. I don't see it.
For me, she has no charisma.
Exactly what I've been screaming from the rooftop.
It's like, girl, where is the emotion in your promos? I mean, she did an awesome, like, telling Becky off. She was doing great, but there's just no emotion behind it. It's just like, you haven't been here for blah, 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 blah. That's what it sounds like to me. It just sounds monotone. Like, there's no...
It does. And I try to tell people, you're good in the ring, that's fine, but what else are you good at?
I like, her entrance is cool. I'm trying to find nice things to say. Like, her entrance is cool. She gets the crowd going, woo, woo, and all that.
And that's it. But
that's it.
She bores me.
Yeah,
she bores me.
She bores me too. It's like, you're a good wrestler, girl, but you need to work on your charisma because it ain't there.
Yep.
But she got, she's attacked Becky, 2 weeks in a row?
Yes,
at that point?
They fought 2 weeks in a row at that point, yeah.
And it's just, I love say Becky.
She did get the upper hand on Becky this week.
I love Becky. I do. But I hope they move along from her and Lyra after a little while because I'm a little bit bored. But enough of the negative for me because y'all know me. I'm very speak my mind oriented. But
no, I'm with you here. I be saying it. Lyra, boring, bland. I don't see it. All I hear is she's a great wrestler. Okay, and
exactly. Hopefully it gets better. But so Rhea was in Australia promoting Crown Jewel Perth, which is cool that Rhea is the spokesperson for basically Australia. I love it. I love that for her.
And it'll be on her birthday, Norma.
Yes, it's on her birthday. And you know what? I'm going to be celebrating her birthday for her over here in Texas.
Yes.
But Rhea was gone and EO had to face Roxanne. And it was a good match. Anything EO is in is great because EO is great. I love EO so much.
I have never watched a bad EO match
ever,
and I don't think I could ever will.
Ever. And Roxanne is good too.
Roxanne's growing on me. I wasn't too keen on her when she first came. I think maybe she was a baby face and it didn't work for me, but her as the heel changed my opinion on it. And she went toe-to-toe with Io Sky, so I got to give her that.
And she's been toe-to-toe with Rhea, so the girl is good. She's got a big future for her. She really does. She's getting better at promos. Like, I used to just hate her promos, but she's gotten so much better. I think it's what you said. She was face before for a little while. When she turned heel, At this point, I hope they never turn her face again.
Right. Her heel, she accelerated. When she was a baby face, I was just like, this ain't working.
It wasn't. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. But the Roxanne Io match was good. Julia came out once again. And I like Julia okay. But I mean, I'm really, I knew she was coming. It's like, you see it so much, you're like, oh, well, you got to know she's coming. She's going to show up because they kept saying Rhea wasn't there. So we knew there was going to be a double team on Io. And of course, what's happening next week? Rhea and Io versus Roxanne and Julia.
And that's going to be interesting to watch. How will Rhea and Io be with each other?
Right. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but I don't think it's going to be pretty.
And just one little note. I don't watch a lot of outside of WWE wrestling, so Julia's still new to me, so haven't warmed up to her yet.
I've watched some. I'm mainly in love with Stephanie. Stephanie Vaquer is she's one of my favorites now. So I know audience fans, y'all are gonna gripe at me, but I don't watch NXT most of the time. Don't kill me, please. Because I watch wrestling twice a week. That's as much time as I can get in. So, I mean, don't.
I watch NXT not weekly, but I know what's going on. I will watch a NXT PLE before I watch a weekly show.
I watch clips. And every now and then, if there's like someone from the main roster that's going to show up on there that I love, I'll watch it. But I don't watch it on daily. No, I don't. Every week, no.
No, I don't watch it weekly either, but I know what's happening.
Right. Now this segment, I'm not going to stay on for long. No offense. Rusev is back, of course. And Rusev and Otis had a match, and it was just what it was. I mean, it's Rusev beating up people.
It was nothing more, nothing less. It was just there.
It was just there. No offense to the Rusev fans. I mean, y'all.
And I'm a Rusev fan. It's just, okay, we knew you were going to beat up Otis. Let's move Rusev on now.
Rusev, we don't dislike you, but it just was what it was. You came out, you beat people's ass, and then you were done. So yay. Yay for Rusev. Then we had the Gunther and Pat segment, which no offense to Pat, but he can promo. But it was just a very long, drawn out promo. like I swear it felt like it lasted 10, 15 minutes. I was like, dude, aren't we supposed to be having a back and forth? Because honestly, I wasn't paying attention because Adam was in the ring, but
Norma, you and this Adam
Pearce is my baby. Anyway, he was in the ring and I was looking at him most of the time, so I wasn't really listening.
That's how I am when Nick Aldis comes on the screen. I'll be like,
you and Crystal.
Normal, when he debuted, I'm like, wait a minute, who is this handsome man with this suit on? And when everybody said Nick Aldis, I'm like, wait a minute, this man existed before?
You and Crystal
he's so
sound
fine.
Just alike, because when Nick debuted, we were in group chat, and she's like, who is that? I'm like, that's right. Nick Aldis. I was like, that's Mickey James' husband. She was like,
I was like,
holy crap, he's hot.
Yes, I said the same thing. I said, Mickey James is lucky. I said, whoo. And then every week he comes out in a different suit. I'm like, my God, Nick, what's going on?
Well, y'all can have him, but y'all, as long as Adam is mine, we're good. We're good to go. But I wasn't listening to half what was going on, but I know Gunther came out with a vengeance. And I love me some Gunther.
I love Gunther too, and this is the Gunther I've been needing. We haven't had him in a while.
Oh, yes, me too. And I'll get into more Gunther later, but all I'm going to say is Gunther told Pat he was going to beat his ass down at Backlash, and the man did not fail. He did not fail. But then we had the main event, which was Seth versus Jay for the WWE World Championship. And you know what? I tweeted it. I said, and y'all said Jay couldn't wrestle. That match was good. And you know, a lot of people were like, oh, it's because Seth was in the ring with him. You know what? It does help to have charisma with the person that you're in ring with. I'm not going to say Jay doesn't have charisma with everybody. I mean, not charisma, chemistry is what I meant. Sorry, y'all. Chemistry. I meant chemistry.
That's what it is. I believe in-ring chemistry counts.
But it's crazy because when Jay versus Jimmy that one time, that match was horrible. And I was like...
Because they were fighting each other.
I know, but them, of all people, should have chemistry together. Right? Am I right? I mean, that's me and Crystal. We were like blown away that they just didn't mesh.
They should have had chemistry together. But the problem is they're literally fighting each other. They're identical. It was the exact same moves, hit by hit.
It's crazy.
There was nothing different.
You're right. They're two alike.
That's what it was. They were two alike, and that's why it didn't mesh.
That's crazy. But this Jay chemistry was off the chain. To me.
Yes, it was.
I really thought Seth was going to win it. And then Sammy's music hit, because last week Sammy got beat down by Braun and Seth. I was like, oh my God, Sammy's going to come out. Sammy's going to come out. I just had it in my, Sammy's going to come out. And he came out and it didn't go as I wanted it to go. I wanted him to kind of stand tall a little bit, but I mean, he sort of did, not really. I mean, he got speared very violently by Braun again with his already bandaged ribs. But then, right when you think it's over and Seth's going to win, Punk's music hit. And I was like, I knew he was going to come too.
And Norma, you know me, I was already screaming on top of my lung at that point. You know how I feel about my Punk man.
Yes, y'all. Guy. Nessa is a Punk fanatic.
That's my guy.
When he had his WrestleMania moment, she was in tears.
Literally, I was. Because being a Punk fan, we waited years for this moment. I was crying.
I'm so happy for you. And I do love Punk. I do love seeing Punk. I have some friends of mine, very close friends. Chris. He doesn't like Punk. He's going to be so mad that I called him out. But I used to... Back in the day, I mean, I have pictures on my phone from being at a show with my Punk shirt on, so I've always liked Punk. But the match was good. I don't think I think it was a DQ. I didn't hear a bell ring. I didn't hear anybody say it was a DQ, so I'm just going to say it was a DQ.
So what happened? The match just got thrown out?
I don't know. Was there was no bell. There was no ringing of anything. There was no announcement. Jay retains, nothing. We were just left. Bye. You figure it out yourself, y'all.
It was very funny.
It was. But yeah,
it was a good match.
What?
It was a good match. I enjoyed it, and I think we're getting a tease for when they run that back again.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get that again. We are definitely getting that again. I think I lost her.
I'm here.
Oh, there she is. We got really quiet there for a second. Yeah,
you got quiet. I was like,
nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect. We are dealing with internet, and you never know. You never know what can happen. Always something. So just be prepared at all times. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say this. And I told Nessa before we started recording today, I said, Smackdown is going to be a very, very, very short recap because SmackDown was literally like a 3 out of 10 for me. I was like, why did I spend 3 hours? I could have been doing something else, but no, I was watching this.
Can I just say it needs to go back to 2 hours?
I agree. And you know what? When it first went to 3 hours, I was like, yes, I want 3 hours. Now I'm like, no, I don't want it anymore. Please take it away. I hate it. It is like so drawn out. It's like, it's not like Raw. Like Raw's back to like 2.5 hours and it's perfect to me. But it's, oh my God, it was like every 2 minutes was a commercial.
I think that's what it needs. I think both shows will benefit from the 2.5 hour mark.
Girl, it was commercial after commercial after commercial. I was like, didn't they just come back from commercial? Like literally, like they just got back. And here we are again. Here's some Pizza Hut. Here's some Domino's. Here's some whatever. I'm over it. I'm over it. So we had started off SmackDown with my man. I know y'all hate it when I do this, but it's fine. Damien, my Puerto Rican.
Because I know it wasn't LA Knight.
Oh,
I know it wasn't LA Knight.
You can say his name all you want to. I will not. But yeah, man, and Damien were teaming up to face Jacob and Solo because you know there's going to be that fatal 4-way at Backlash between LA, Damien, Drew, and Jacob. I don't know why I went into no man's land there. I don't know what happened. I was like, I forgot Jacob's name. What is his name again? Anyway, we had the fatal 4-way coming up at Backlash, so they teamed up against Jacob and Solo, even though Solo's not in the fatal 4-way. But you know, Solo and Jacob are, in my opinion, gonna be feuding very soon, and I can't wait for that.
I mean, neither can I.
But LA decided, I said his name, I know. LA decided that he was going to copy Jacob. You know how Jacob does his, thing in the ring where he shakes and all that. Well, he fell. LA fell. He slipped in sweat or whatever it was and fell. I was sitting there going, clumsy.
Norma, I love your disdain for LA Knight. It stays consistent. I love it.
I am very consistent. That is one thing that anyone can say about me.
That's how I am too.
Consistent. I used to be consistent about Drew McIntyre when he was a face. I was like, oh my God, I can't stand him. Get him away. Now I remember
those battles. I remember them battles of me and Crystal trying to let you see it with Drew. And then here we are now. You finally turned the corner on Drew.
I love him. Drew McIntyre, wherever you are, I apologize for my past issues. And I sincerely hope that you can forgive me. And because, I love you a lot. Thank you. I would also like to say to Cherry, let me take this moment, Nessa. Cherry on Twitter, X, whatever. I apologize for hating Drew. You can unblock me now. If you ever get an opportunity, you can unblock me because I love him now. So don't leave me blocked. All right. Thanks, Cherry. Sorry, that was a little personal moment. Anyway, you know who gets the pin. Pissed me off. Didn't like it. And Damien and him won. And they got into a little fist battle. I knew that was coming because, they were teaming up and going to face each other at Backlash. So it made sense that they hit each other. And then Drew showed up and did his did his thing and was left standing in the end.
I just want to petition. I'm for Drew McIntyre winning a U.S. title and becoming Grand Slam. Go ahead, Drew. Go get it.
I am for that as well, but there is a but. Jacob deserves to hold the title for a while.
Yes.
Jacob is very, very, very over with the crowd. I mean, when you're a heel and the audience is chanting your name the whole entire time, that tells me you're over and they're going to probably turn him face soon.
Oh yeah. Solo staying the heel.
Oh, Solo better not go face. Like he's another one. Do not turn him face. Leave him heel because I love him as a heel. But we had the United States Women's Champion come out and have a secret partner to face Chelsea and Piper. Chelsea, I just want to remind you, girl, you are my Women's United States Champion. And I am still distraught over your loss. And I am mourning with you, girl. I'm mourning with you. But anyway, the Women's U.S. Champion comes out and announces her partner, Alexa Bliss. She's finally on TV after showing up at the Royal Rumble and then gone.
Yes.
It's like, hey, look, Alexa's back. She's in the Royal Rumble. And then gone.
Well, she was at Chamber.
Oh, yeah, Chamber. Whoops. Sorry. Forgot, y'all. But then, oops, gone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally, the Chamber was right after the Rumble and gone.
That has always been my favorite little 5-foot Fury girl.
I'm upset with myself that I forgot about the Chamber. It might be because I wasn't that into it. I wasn't that into the Chamber. It was all right. It wasn't my. It just. But they fought. Alexa got the pin. It was great. I'm glad she got the pin because I didn't want it to be the United States Women's Champion. Yes, I'm throwing shade, and I don't care. I'm throwing shade, and I don't care.
We will just keep calling her the United States Women's Champion.
That's it. She has no name. She is just the United States Women's Champion. And I'm upset that it's not Chelsea, by the way. Once again. Then we had Charlotte return to SmackDown.
The Queen.
The Queen.
That's my girl.
I'm sorry. I'm not a fan either. I'm not a fan of her either. She is like one heel that I don't like. Because you know me, I'm a heel girl. I love almost all the heels. Don't like her.
Mm-hmm.
Because her attitude to me is not just heel, it's her. It's just her. But anyway, she comes out.
Norma, though?
I'm sorry.
What's so crazy, though? You know what's so crazy, though? But that's not how Ashley really is. That's what's so crazy to me. How she portrays it.
I'm sorry. Maybe one day. But she came out and she decided to get mad at the audience for not respecting her, not giving a shit about her, basically. So she crashed out. Like, she had a midlife crisis in the middle of the ring, decided, screw y'all, I'm leaving. And then that other one, you can say her name, I'm not.
Jade?
Yeah. That's another one.
You're not a fan
That's
of.
another one. I'm telling you, SmackDown, I'm not a fan of half the roster. I'm like, this is probably why I don't like Jade. SmackDown most of the time, is because half the roster, I'm like, I don't like you, I don't like you, I don't like you.
Well, I would just say this. Not that I'm not a fan. I just think if they're trying to make her a babyface, it's not going to work.
It'll never. No, Jade is a babyface.
No,
she's supposed to be a babyface. No,
and that's not what she's coming off to me as.
Thank you. Can we please? You know what? We're gonna have you, me, and Crystal on the same show, and we might drag Katie on here too, because we all need to discuss this. Because I finally found someone that agrees with me. She acts like a bitch. Sorry, what babyface acts like that?
I'm not sympathetic for her story at all. I'm like, where is she supposed to be the babyface in this story? I'm Team Naomi all the way.
Thank you. You know what? It's Katie. Katie's the one that's like, she gets mad at me over Jade. Crystal, Crystal understands my reasoning. Like, she's always mean mugging and always, Katie will say, she smiles all the time. Yeah, I'm like, a smirk. Like a, look at me, I'm Jade and everyone loves me.
If they're trying to make her a baby face, they have done a poor job. Because she is not a baby face to me at all.
Me either. I could spend 30 minutes talking about every reason I don't like her. But we don't have the time for that. So let's just make her a heel. And it'll work out better.
And even if she is a heel, I still probably want.
So Jade comes out and decides that she's going to mouth off to Charlotte, talking about, get to the back of the line. You know what? I don't like Charlotte, but I'll be damned. If her and Jade wrestle, I'm Charlotte all the way. Please, Queen.
That's how you know you don't like Jade.
Please, Queen. Please kick her ass. Because, I made it a point. I commented on somebody's tweet yesterday or day before. I can't remember. But they said something about Jade and Charlotte match. Hurry up and make it happen. I said, first of all, Jade is nowhere near ready to wrestle Charlotte. Charlotte would wipe the floor with her. That woman cannot. She could not lace Charlotte's boots.
She'll have to learn from Bianca first before she gets the.
Oh, she'd need at least 8 months of training to be able to pull off a match with Charlotte.
Yep.
Seriously.
Charlotte or Becky.
Jesus. The fact that people think this woman is ready to face someone like freaking Charlotte is insanity to me. Anyway, I went on a tangent. I'm sorry. Jade versus Nia for the number one contender for Tiffany. It is what it is. I knew that Naomi was going to show up and cause a problem, so I knew Nia was going to win. I just knew it. I knew it in deep down. I was like, Nia's winning this, and thank you, God, because I don't like the other one.
My problem with that match is you had two women that really don't know how to wrestle.
Nia is better than her.
I'll give you that.
And I like Nia. So, Nia girl, hey. So, love you. I'm happy that Nia won because Jade does not need to be anywhere near Tiffany. Because at this point, Tiffany would out wrestle her. So here you got a newbie. Tiffany is basically a newbie. And she out wrestles her. Woo! Don't get me started. Well, I could go on and on. I'm just, ooh. I hope Naomi gets her lick back. Because she lost at Mania, but by God, she better beat that woman at some point. Because I'm Naomi all the way right now. I love her.
In my personal opinion, that was the wrong WrestleMania decision, but on who won that match.
I know. But I agree. Thank you. Thank you for understanding.
I'm Naomi all the way.
Naomi and her caution tape and her, this new attitude is just, I love it. I love every second of it. We had Street Profits versus Axiom. I know you probably don't know much about Axiom, but I used to watch clips of them in NXT. And let me just throw this in there for the haters that hate me doing this all the time. Axiom. I meant to say Fraxium when I introduced them. It's Fraxium, not Axiom. But Axiom is he's adorable.
I will say this. Fraxium is the only team I followed in NXT. I actually love them as a tag team. And I was so happy when they got drafted to the main roster.
I was too. I was like,
I love the dynamics that Axiom's like the baby face and Frazier is tipped lines on both and Axiom pulls him back in. I love the dynamics between them. And they sell in that ring. They're great.
I love them. I'm okay. Chemistry,
if Street Profits eventually lose, I'll be okay with Fraxium.
The chemistry between them is just off the charts for me.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. And they got the win on the Street Profits. Woo, 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 woo.
Does that mean a tag team match coming?
I hope so. I hope there's a title match, and I don't know if they'll take the titles off the Profits yet.
I don't want them to. I waited 4 years for Profits to get back to that title. So I'll be okay with them not winning. Eventually, when it does, I'm rooting for Fraxium all the way. I'm sorry for the Motor City Machine Gun fans, but I need Fraxium to do it.
I love the Motor City Machine Guns as well. But we need to. There's too much. We got Street Profits. We got Motor City. We've got DIY. We've got Fraxium now.
Pretty Deadly, which weren't on TV this past Friday, which pissed me off. Pretty Deadly does not get enough credit. That's all I gotta say. Actually, what I just gotta say real quick is if you're doing a draft, Raw needs more tag teams. SmackDown actually got more teams than Raw does.
I agree. And they should be doing a draft soon. I keep seeing the drafts coming soon, but I don't know when. Hopefully sooner than later. So, WWE, if you're listening, draft ASAP. Thank you.
Immediately.
And focus on the tag team division. But we had Aleister Black versus Carmelo, which I'm not going to spend a lot of time on because they made my Mello get beat once again. So that's irritating. You have him win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and then you have him lose. And I knew it the minute they announced him facing Aleister. I was like, oh, they're going to have him win because he just came back.
Yeah, Aleister just came back, and they're going to keep Aleister untouched, meaning undefeated for a while. Yeah.
But I don't want to stay too long on it, but Mello is getting the shaft, and I'm sick of it.
Agreed.
Because I love Mello. Just let that man cook, okay? Let him cook. He doesn't need the Miz. He just needs to be him and do his thing. Thank you very much. I said my piece about that. But then we had Rey Fenix and Andrade. Yeah, you can tell I don't like him either. Versus Angel and Humberto. So you have anything to say about them?
It was a good match. What was interesting to me was the implosion that I have seen coming for weeks now. And I am all for that group to break up because for me, Santos needs to be by himself.
Amen.
Or he needs to go get the other two from LWO. That was the perfect group. And in Humberto and thing, if they want to team up with Andrade, they can. I'm just gonna be honest. I see nothing in Humberto. I'm sorry.
I don't like Humberto. I like Angel. Love Santos. I totally agree. Santos needs to be on his own, or he needs, or like you said, he needs to get the other two members back because the whole thing with them just wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. That them teaming up it just seems odd. But anyway, there's major heat going on, probably leading to them officially breaking up. And yes, please, y'all make the right decision and just do what's best for Santos. Then we had Cena come out, and there's not much to say about that. Cena came out saying his normal, I'm the only champion, blah 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 blah. And then Randy showed up and RKO'd him. So
I get very emotional because I don't have much left with John. So I try to cherish every moment.
We love you, John. We love you. When this is done, we're gonna miss you so much. It's like my daughter. My daughter is a Cena fan, and she is just so devastated. She's like, I don't want him to retire. I'm like, well, dude, he's ready to go. He's ready to retire. He's ready to focus on his movies.
He gave us 25 years.
He did. And you know what? I'm not going to say he says he'll never come back. You never know. Never say never. A lot of people have retired, and said they were never going to come back.
He'll be in a suit next time we see him in WWE. So I guess we'll get corporate Cena.
Maybe. I don't know. But don't fret, y'all. Cena, he'll show up on TV at some point. I promise. Not just movies. As far as Friday,
anything with Randy and Cena to me is gold. There's nothing to talk about. It always excels, and that is just that.
That's right. Amen. And on that note, we're done with SmackDown, but we do want to take this time to give a shout out to some of the moms of WWE because it's Mother's Day today. I know that our episode is not posted till Wednesday, but we're recording on Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms. And we want to say, especially a few of the moms, we want to say happy Mother's Day to Becky. And we want to say happy Mother's Day to Alexa and Trish Stratus. And who else are we missing?
Stephanie McMahon.
Stephanie, the definite mom of the WWE is Stephanie McMahon. Happy Mother's Day to all you lovely ladies. If we've left out anyone, we apologize, but we just wanted to name a few and take this short moment to say, all the mothers out there, you are loved and you are respected, and no one has a harder job than a mom. I have three children, so.
That being said, Norma, happy Mother's Day to you to Crystal.
And Crystal. Happy Mother's Day to Crystal and my little baby niece, Saraya. Love you. I love you. I love you both. And then our final segment of the show, we are going to try to talk some Backlash, which happened last night.
Oh, yes.
And you know what, Nessa? I was like not even wanting to watch it. I contemplated. I was like, do I really, really want to watch this PLE? Because I was just not, the card was to me.
But it ended up surprising you, huh?
I give it a 9 out of 10. And that's a pretty high score for me. So we started out with the fatal 4-way with Jacob, Drew, Damian, and that other guy. And needless to say, it was a good match. It really was a good match. I was afraid there for a little while because they said Drew hit his head on the concrete, which freaked me out. I was like, oh my God, please let him be okay.
When I saw it, I was like, oh shit. I actually saw it in real time when it happened. I was like, oh my God, I was like, oh my God.
I was worried. And no, it's not Damien's fault. I see a lot of hate on Twitter right now, or X, whatever, about Damien's dangerous and Damien. No, it was not Damien's fault. Accidents happen. You damn freaks. I get so mad, especially when they go after somebody I love. I'm like,
But Damien's getting a lot of hate. I don't know.
He's been getting a lot of hate for like months. I don't understand it. Talking about Drew and Damien don't have, it's boring and blah, blah, whatever. I don't want to get into that because I get so mad.
Their match at WrestleMania was great to me.
Yep, I agree.
The Fatal 4-Way was great, top to bottom, with the debut of somebody.
I was in group. I was in group, and the girls were like, "Who is that guy?" I was like, "I think his name is Jeff."
Jeff Cobb.
And they were like, "Who's Jeff?" I was like, "He's just one of the biggest free agents out there right now." Anyway, the girls, they don't watch the other show. I don't really watch the other show either, but I try to keep up with the who they let go, and you never know where they're going to show up.
I don't watch the other show. I watch it a little bit, but I've known him because I've seen a lot.
I've honestly never seen a match with him in it, but I've heard enough about him to know that he's pretty good.
And it seems to me there's some tension there with Jacob, Solo, and Jeff now added to the mix.
It's gonna be wild. I'm telling you, Jacob was not happy when that guy showed up. He was not happy. You could see it on his face. He was like, who's this dude? Why is he here? So anyway, we went from, and Jacob retained, by the way. Jacob retained 5-2.
All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. Oh my God.
That Drew interview. Remember that Drew interview when he was like, all gas, no brakes? I was cracking up.
And I start using it sometimes. I'll be telling people I'm all gas, no brakes. I said, don't mess with me.
Not mean.
Not me, yeah.
Jacob, we love you, dude.
Yep, we do. Best signing they've had. I love it.
We had Becky versus Lyra, which it was a good match. Like I said before, Lyra is a good wrestler. So the match itself was great. Loved it. Becky did not win. And I want to just say, as I tweeted, where are all the Becky Hogan tweeters? Where are all the Becky Hogan commenters? Where are all you guys at? Because Becky went out there and put over Lyra when everyone thought she wouldn't.
And Becky shut them all up.
Good for you, Becky. Love it.
Just to say, I'm a Becky Lynch fan from the beginning. No one is more selfless in the women division than she is.
Agreed. I mean, honestly, I was shocked that Charlotte put Tiffany over at Mania.
I was too.
I was thrown. I was like, oh my God, she actually put Tiffany over. Because I would have put money down that she was going to get the belt. Glad I didn't. But that's how convinced I was.
I was too. I was actually, oh shit.
But after Becky lost, we went into
the manhandle slam, the disarmer.
I thought for a second that Bailey was going to show up, but she didn't. But I'm sure that it's coming. I'm sure we'll have Bailey show up eventually. What was the match after that one? I forgot already.
Dom and Penta.
Dom and Penta. That's right. No, sorry, Dom. Sorry, Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom. I'm sorry that I forgot. Sorry.
I just want to tell you, Norma, another guy like Nick Aldis. I didn't know much about Penta, but man, has the man won. Oh my God, I have been mesmerized with Penta from his debut. Lord have mercy.
It's that walk.
He is such a smooth operator, the walking, and now I know how to do the thing he does. Oh my God, yes. I'm on TV. I'm following him too when he does it.
There is a video out of him doing his walk, and they're actually playing that Smooth Operator song. Smooth Operator.
Oh, he
Smooth
does. It's the
Operator. I was like, oh my God, it so fits.
His entrance has won me over. I'm like, wait a minute. Who was this? And then he does the little dance when he's on the table.
I love it.
When he was on the commentary table. I was like, oh, wait, Penta. Yes, I'm all for it, but I'm Team Dom.
I'm Team Dom, too. I love Penta, and he will have that belt at one point. But right now, keep it on Dom. Dom is so... Did you not hear the crowd singing? You know how they sing Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes? They were singing Dirty Dom, Dirty Dom.
Yes, they were. And there's only one person I want to take that belt from Dom.
Finn Balor.
So that's it.
Amen. That one was for Crystal because, that's her man. Finn is her man.
I'm a Finn too. And the fact that, I'm not going to crash out on the disrespect I feel like Finn has had. But I'm just going to keep it to myself. But yeah, I need it to be Finn when the time comes.
Yeah, I want Dom to hold it for at least 6 months. At least. You can't give it to him and take it away right away. Got to let him hold it for a little while. Let's see what Dom can do. But Dom retained thanks to Chad. Americana, whatever his name is.
It's Chad Gable. I can't wait for them to reveal it.
We all know it's Chad. It's like, who out here is dumb? We all know it's Chad. So we're eventually going to have them feuding for a while, I guess. And then we had Pat versus Gunther, which I wasn't. It ended up being pretty good. Pat held it up. Pat held it down. Gunther kicked his ass, but Pat held it down.
Pat did good. Pat did good for somebody who don't wrestle a lot. He did good. I was impressed.
But Gunther is a beast. And I still say all of this is leading to Goldberg at some point. So Goldberg will be around, I'm sure, soon.
Oh, God.
I know. I hate him, too. God. I'm like, ugh, I don't want to.
We don't need him. He should have been retired 10 years ago. Can't get nice things.
And then we had our main event, Cena versus Randy. And I want to say this from the heart. 10 out of 10. Best Cena match I've seen recently. Yes, I'm talking about Cody.
Listen,
match.
I'm going to say it. This is what Cody and John should have been at WrestleMania, and people want to blame John for it, but not who. Let me not ramble.
I know, right? Because I'm seriously. Randy and Cena, yes, they have amazing chemistry. You can tell the minute. And you know what? It's their last match together. They tore it down. They tore it down.
And I don't know if you noticed, but Cena was protecting Randy in that match.
Mm-hmm.
And also he was making Randy look good in his town because Cena took 2 table bumps.
That's right. I don't want to stay too long on that, but all we need to know is that Cena and Randy killed it. It was the best match I've seen this year, period.
They tore the house down.
So, Cena, Randy, we clap. We love you. That was amazing. Cena retained, which we all knew was going to happen. We all knew Cena was not losing. So,
we can't forget. R-Truth tried to help Cena, his childhood hero.
I'm mad about that. That's why I wasn't bringing it up. I wasn't going to bring it up because that's my bestie. And Cena made me very angry.
He's about to be in a world of pain.
I'm trying to love Cena right now, but he really pissed me off when he touched R-Truth. So thanks, Nessa. Thanks for bringing up R-Truth. I wasn't going to bring him up.
Sorry. And you know, I just want to tell you, I'll be here when he attacks him again. I'll be here for you for some emotional support.
Thank you. I need the emotional support. But I'm going to give Backlash a 9 out of 10. It was very good. For me, it was almost better than Mania. Mania was not great for me. So I gave Mania a 7 out of 10. So yeah, it definitely knocked WrestleMania out of the park for me. So
I will say it was better than Night 1 Mania for me.
Night 1 was garbage except the main event.
Except for the main event. Night 2, I actually enjoyed every match on Night 2.
Well, guys, it's that time. We are going to say we thank you for listening. We want you to come follow, like, and subscribe to the Tribal Queens podcast. And we want to thank Nessa for coming in and filling in for Crystal. And Crystal will be back May 25th to record an episode because it's her birthday. So you can't forget Crystal's birthday.
Happy birthday, Crystal. Early birthday. And thank you guys for having me so much. I really enjoyed this. And Norma, you are awesome.
You're awesome, Nessa. Thank you for being here with us. And guys, we'll see you next time.
Have a good week.
Bye-bye.